Hello, friends. Welcome back. And today's topic of learning is the factor income versus transfer income in the series of national income calculation. So let's begin. And here we go. So when we talk about factor income and transfer income, what are they? These are the terms we very often come across, not in 11th and 12th, but from the very uh, previous classes like grade 9th, 10th also. So because this is the basic, the backbone of calculation of national income, which income would be a part of national income, which will income will not be a part of national income. So we must have the clarity on the aspect of what is factor income and what is a transfer income. Previously, we have already talked about that production happens with the efforts of some factors of production when they are united, right? So factors of production are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. These are vital for any production to happen and for any economy to move and carry on with its work, right? So factors of production would definitely be getting something in return. So that would be the returns. Why somebody works? They work to get some return. So returns of factors of production are land gets rent, labor gets wages, capital gets interest, and entrepreneur gets profit. So when they are working, they are getting something. It means this is earned income, and this concept is earning concept. Means the income which is generated out of your services, out of your effort. It's a two-way transaction. It means it is bilateral in nature. When I say bilateral in nature, it means for one activity there is a cross activity. For example, you give some money to the grocer and you get something in return. You give money to your rickshaw puller and he gives you the services of dropping you somewhere. Right. So you are buying a bus ticket and the bus drops you at some destination, right? So there is some work done against the receipt of something. So this is earned income. The things are earned because you are giving your goods or your services, right? So all these incomes which are earned in nature are always a part of national income, and that's what we must understand. That why are we doing this concept? Because we must know clearly which income would be added or included and which would not be included in calculation of national income. So when this topic is asked in the examination, we should always be attempting this in a T table. So factor income versus transfer income. And for any T table, another mandatory column should be the point of difference. Sometimes we do cut a minor marking, right, or half mark or 1 mark for not giving the headers or the point of difference or the basis of differentiation. Basis, right? So how do we go about it? The very first thing is, when we talk about factor income, the concept or the meaning, or we say definition, all the incomes which are earned by the factors of production. So these are earned by factors of production are called the factors and factor incomes, and these are the unearned incomes, right? So these become the transfer income. Next point. So it's nature. What do we get about this nature? So the nature is, it is based on earning concept, and this is based on just the receipt concept. You are receiving it for no and nothing to be given in return. For example, when you work, you get paid, but you do get paid, you are given some pocket money or some funds or some gifts by your family, friends. So that becomes a transfer income. But when you earn and get something, that becomes a factor income. Right. The importance of the concept. Why are we studying this? And the importance is this is a part of national income. So when we say domestic income as well as national income, so these are included, but the unearned income or the transfer incomes are not included. So not included in domestic as well as national income. So in domestic income as well as national income. And what are the examples? The examples are, we have already done before. Who receives it? The examples of these incomes are the rent, the interest, the wages, and the profits. And when we talk about the examples here, so the examples here are the scholarships or some scholarships and some sort of like old age allowance, etc., which are given by the government. Right. And then we talk about who all receive the recipients of these incomes. Recipients, who are they? Rent is earned by the land, then the labor, then the capital, then the entrepreneur, right? And the transfer incomes are received generally by the households as well as the government. The best example for the transfer income given to the government by we people are the taxes. Right. And the households, they also get some sort of subsidies. Just ask your parents and they'll get you this knowledge that the LPG cylinder, which you get to have for your home, right? It is subsidized by the government. Its actual price is something else, and government gives a small subsidy, and we have to pay a reduced price for the same. We do get the subsidy on electricity bills for the domestic consumption. So we must know there is an associated concept called factor income from abroad and factor income to abroad. Factor income, and we categorize these two as fee fa and fee ta. And another point you can make, though it's not a point of difference, factor income as well as transfer income can be received from domestic as well as outside domestic territory. Similarly, the transfer income also can be received within the domestic territory and outside territory. Right. I'll give you the example. So, factor income from abroad and factor income to abroad, though it's a part of the next topic, but I'm just telling you a crisp summary here that all the incomes which are earned and earned from outside the domestic territory, from some other foreign land. So that is called factor income from abroad. All the earned incomes which come from outside India to India and these are earned, so would be categorized as factor income from abroad. Whereas all the incomes which are generated within the domestic territory of India, but by the normal resident of some other country. So they are earning from here and that would be sent to some other country that would be a part of national income of some other country. So that would be factor income to abroad. So we need to have both the calculations sorted to find the net value of the factor income, which is to be used in the national income calculation. So when we say this is a part of domestic territory as well as outside domestic territory. Yes, outside domestic territory, domestic territory. And the transfers, as I told you, if you are earning within the domestic territory, you are there inside the Indian territorial boundaries, right? Economic boundaries and earning. So that is domestic territory. But you, if are sent for a small project of 3 to 4 months to some other foreign land, say America, right? And then you're earning there. You are not yet the resident of that other country, right? Still, you are earning from that country. So that becomes the factor income received from abroad, right? And on a very similar note, receipts can also happen within the domestic territory and outside the domestic territory also. Within the domestic territory means a child getting pocket money from parent, right? And scholarships received by anybody, the students, any subsidies given by the government to us. So these are the transfer incomes for us. And sometimes those people who are outside, they are resident of some other country, but they are sending their earned income to their parents or their families staying in India still, right? So that becomes a transfer income for the families. When does it become a transfer income? When that earned income is earned by the resident of other country and sent here. So that is a receipt concept, right? But when that person is earning in some other country and yet he is not a resident there, he is a part of India. So that's a, that is earned outside the domestic territory, but that still is a factor income. So, over by now, I hope this topic is very much clear to you. See you for the next video soon. Bye.